Look, I did a lot of wrongs and I'm tryna make them right. They think I just changed, I didn't rest like many nights. Angels with me ready, posted up medieval nights. I need you a class and some brains, he got no type. Too many tears account when I repented for my life. Gave my life to Christ cause he the way, the truth, the light. You know how I'm moving, I heard he said to the right. My regrets made me a man, yeah, hurt, but it's alright. Thuggin', I'm on that corner for them roads, I need them white. I was a caged bird, but it's cool, I'm taking flight. I serve the most high, you 6 foot and you think you touch his height. Predecessor type time and I've been using all my might. I know my time coming, so be patient, ain't no mites. MLK with a dot again, if he saw us use our rights. Put a 10 up on my eyelid.
I love y'all movement, by the way, man.
But let me ask you this, right? Spiritual. What does that mean to be spiritual? Like, if somebody were to ask you, okay, you're spiritual.
The universe, man. I talk to the universe. You know, I don't do what a lot of people do, man. I used to be a student of y'all guys. I used to study what y'all do. Hebrew Light. I used to be in New York. I do a lot of studying. I'm a student.
Where's your father from? Haitian, man.
I'm one of y'all, man. Like,
but check this out. So you said spiritual, right?
Yeah.
I want to just share this with you. I know you're on your way, but I want to share this from one Haitian to another.
Yeah.
But real quick.
Talk to me.
So you say you're Haitian, but you would be technically from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
Right?
Yep, sir.
So you already know how Haiti is looking right now, right? You're looking crazy.
Very bad, yeah.
Real crazy. Why is that? Because you believe in the universe, right?
Yeah.
So the universe should be able to see the people that are in poverty and disenfranchised and be like, dang, let me help my peoples out. Do you agree?
I agree.
But why hasn't it come to them?
And I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the whole world, and then I'm gonna go to Haiti.
Okay.
The whole world, we are just nonsense, and we do everything backwards. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where we come from. We don't care where we come from. We don't care about the higher power. We don't care about who wake us up. We don't care about nothing. We don't care about no rules. You know, even though it's right in front of us, you know, even the Bible tells us what to do. We just pick to go out the opposite way. Because guess what? Whoever's directing the world make it easy to go the opposite way. Like an example, you know, the Bible's right there. It tells us to do like Sabbath and this and the Israelites, where we come from, and not to engage with other races. But we like, so I give you an example. They invented Instagram. They invented the easy life. They invented all the easy ways to subtract you, to take you away from what you gotta really do. And that's what everybody's taking that route. And me, I'm in the fight. I'm not really fighting. I already know where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? I know where I need to be. I'm bringing my son with me, but sometimes
Where's that you need to be?
in the right direction, man.
And
the path of God. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
And that's why I don't really, because I'm a student, I don't know exactly, you know, Hashua. I don't know exactly. I don't want to go and debate a name, but I know the universe talks, and they talk to you, bro. And I really mean, when I say the universe, I mean like, you could be walking right now, you could fall. Like the trees, everything's alive. You feel me? If you're not supposed to do something, it's gonna tell you what not to do.
Okay, well let me share this with you, kid. Go to you already know. Go to this book.
The book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Bring it out!
For we know that the law is spiritual.
That the what?
That the law is spiritual.
I like that.
Exactly. So we know that the law is spiritual because the law, right? The law of God was given to who?
To the students, to his kids.
To the Israelites, right? Which you would be a part of because you're a Levite, right? So when we speak of the universe was a term that was coined in the recent age, as far as it was called the New Age movement. And the reason why I say that is because, like you said, this world will do everything to circumvent you from turning to the truth. Because the scriptures is not a religious book. It is an ethno-historical account of the children of Israel, right? When you get a chance, go to Deuteronomy chapter 10 and 15, right? But in the NLT, if you don't mind, Bible Cashapp. Because the thing, Moshe, the reason why I mentioned that to you is because the entire world is not, they're not disillusioned. For example, if you go to a Chinese person, right? You ask them where you come from. Yo, I come from the Zheng dynasty with Qing Ling Ding, Zheng Long. You know what I mean?
Bro. I love. We're the only one that don't want to know where we come from and where we are.
Exactly. But do you know how that happened?
Yeah, that's a good one. Because it was passed down to them to keep it. And it was passed down to them from the ancestors.
Exactly.
To know where they came from and to keep that.
Exactly. So what that means is that we were given, these people right here, we were given the law. Moses would have been Haitian. They would have called him Haitian. He's from the same tribe you from, that he's from, that I'm from. from the tribe of Levi. And the reason why we're being, especially Haitian, because think about it like this, we are the first black republic to abolish slavery on the Western Hemisphere, and we help other countries get their freedom, but yet why are we on the bottom of the totem pole? Parce you can't serve two masters. You can't do tibagay voodoo and then after that go to church on. You can't serve two masters.
Well, let's stay on America and then let's go back to Haiti.
So America, right?
Let's go America because America is the example to pass down to Haiti, Jamaica, everywhere else. Believe it or not, we don't follow it really willingly, but trust me, we watch what America do. Oh, they got Jordans on, we want Jordan. Everything America do, they are the blueprint of what they sent the little country. So, like,
but why is that? Why is that? Why does everybody look to America? Why does everybody want to come to America?
Because America set it up, man. America, I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Even
America was the biggest thief, the biggest whatever it was, negative word, and they want to make to clean it up. They want to make sure they set examples so other people could follow or do.
But that's what I'm saying. So America, the reason why everybody look to America, because think about it like this: Haiti, we get mountains,
right.
We get food by bed, and we got minerals.
Right.
But yet we're so impoverished. But yet you can have an American, a white American woman go to Haiti and nothing happened to her. But let you go or let me go, we might get kidnapped the same time we get off the plane.
Deep, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That mentally like.
But there's a reason. So like, go to Deuteronomy 28 after you bring out that precept out. Because the Most High said, because we failed to keep the commandments He gave us, that He was going to curse us.
Teach them up.
Because we've been cursed from the jump. We the only ones that say, generational curses. I never heard a white person say generational curses. Right. I never heard an Asian man say, we're going through generational curses. I never even heard an Indian person
I don't believe that neither.
What?
I believe it was programmed to be like this.
Hold on. Read that for us.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all His commandments,
to do some of His commandments,
to do all His commandments,
okay,
and His statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses,
all these blessings,
all these curses,
generational curses,
all these curses.
No, it's just for some. It's for everybody. We all go through it.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Okay, let's read some of these curses. Go to the next verse.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What people are cursed in the city?
Poverty, everything.
What in every city that you go to, there's a Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Yeah.
Is it a good place or is it a bad place?
It's the ghetto.
It's the ghetto. But who's in those ghettos?
Us.
Exactly. Right. Go ahead.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
It says cursed.
Program, man.
Exactly.
Sorry, it's cut you off. 2020, whatever, even 2022, 2024, we know we are programmed to be in our situation that we are in.
Yeah, but but it's not. We were programmed from this world. But the Most High has told us, Revelation 18 and 4, real quick. Because the Most High God has told us in these last days, we got to do something. Parce que tout bagay sa will program you and it will kind of overtake your psyche. But the Most High God said you need to step away from it. You need to separate yourself and come back into this word. Parce que Ugan's son, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how old is he?
He's 10.
He's 10 years old. That's a very important age point.
Yeah.
You feel me? And all praise to the Most High that you're in his life.
Yeah, I'm his role
You know what
model.
I'm saying?
He looked everything up.
That's beautiful. After that, teach the kids, right? But this is what the Most High said, that what we need to be doing right now in America to remove from that program. Go ahead, kid.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Come what?
Come out of her, my people.
Okay.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
Exactly. So the Most High God said, come out of her, my people. That her he's speaking of is here in America. Because like you said, here in America, everything is backwards. Everything is backwards. The woman thinks she's on top of the man. You have men wanting to be women. You have little children doing OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Two bagay betis. So because of that,
getting worse day by day.
Yeah, but how do we fix the programming? Is coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Let me ask you this. Vous mangez grill complet?
I don't eat no pork, man.
Avec, what about...
I don't eat no steak. I don't eat no shrimp neither.
Okay, all praise.
Okay.
What about lobster?
I don't eat none of that stuff, man. I don't go in America dish and go to the. I go to restaurant, but I don't follow what everybody's trying to make everything look nice, bro. My plan, I'm trying to go back to Haiti. I'm a truck driver. I've been saving. I'm trying to go back home, and I'm trying to take my son with me. But you know, his mom is Jamaican, so you know, there's a way to bring him back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to go back because there's no peace here, man. I'm 34, bro. I was lost, but I've always been a student. I've been studying for a long time. I've been clubbing here, wilding, and there's no happiness, man. You're still in prison. No matter how much money you have, you're still in prison. No matter how much designers you buy, you're still in prison. So, bro, I'm trying to go back home because I want to go back in the room. I want to be barefooted, walking in the forest. I want to live.
My guys start cutting a coconut,
coconut tree.
But you have to realize this. The only way this can happen, we got to go back to the law, statutes, and commandments. We have this is not everybody's book. This is the world's greatest secret. And why do you think in slavery they didn't allow us to read? Because the moment we read this, the man who read this was Nat Turner, and the first thing he did was coupe tête, boule kai. That's the first thing he did when he read the scriptures, because he knows John 8:32. Because once you know the truth, it shall free you, and it's more important that you know the truth. Parce que this is what's gonna happen, right?
Sorry, I know the truth, but it's fighting against the truth in America. That's the problem. A lot of us know the truth, but we just can't break out of it.
Well, guess what? I was
You're stronger than us. He's stronger than us, but a lot of us, you know, we still have not one foot in, but a little toes in. We're trying to get out.
But
that's the problem.
The reason why it's so important for you to get out, because you have a son. That is the next generation. You're creating a generational lineage. So the thing is just that you cannot be fighting with the truth that you know, because no matter what, the truth is gonna be here, even avec tout bagay li fini.
Question for you. So even if I'm not participating on a lot of America situation that they do, I'm still in it a little bit?
No, because I'll tell you why, right? I'll explain why. The reason why is because there are specific commandments you must keep. You have to follow. It's like this, right? It's like, yo, let's say you was in China. You was living in China, you and your son. Yo, I don't follow none of these Chinese laws, but I don't steal. I don't do nothing. Eventually, you're gonna get hemmed up. Eventually, you're gonna do something that's against the law. But remember, even here in America, they say ignorance of the law is no excuse. So it's important to know these laws, so that way you can teach your son how to move like a man. Because what's gonna happen, whether it's you or whether it's the TV or whether it's whatever, and he go to school, Satan has been doing this for a long time, and he's very strategic on how he does things. Like you said, he brought the Instagram, he brought the Two Bad Guy Facebook, he brought YouTube and all these things, because he knows that if you're not in this word, I'm gonna get you regardless. Right. So it's so important. Go to that.
The book of St. John chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Exactly. You shall know the truth. The truth is in here. But the reason why people don't like the truth is because what they did, remember in slavery, what they would do, they would take pieces of this Bible and they would read it to the slaves. That's why growing up, most people didn't like the scriptures. And another thing too is just that the scriptures tell you to live righteously, to live correctly. We are living in the last days. The black man right now, if any black man was to go drive and he get pulled over by police, I bet you his stomach gonna be a little tight.
Hell yeah.
Because why? Because we the only people that go through that. That is why it's so important, because we have enemies. The enemies have changed their appearance, but they're still the same enemy. They're still the ops. They're still the ops. It's true. It's true. You cannot get away from the truth. How can? Let me show you something.
I could come get some of this too. It's knowledge.
No, let me show you this. Let me show you this. Right?
You know?
How can you love somebody that did this and never paid for it?
Understand.
Show me where in history that white people paid for it.
I'll go deeper. White people never forgive the enemy. They never forgive or forget. Like they still, if they had beef with China, after 20 years, they still hold that grudge. Yeah. Us, we forgot about it.
Let me tell you
we moved on.
Let me tell you how racist America is. There is places right now called sundown towns that you as a person as a color can't even go to. Yeah. But they too can walk freely with no problem. They can walk in the hood and in the sundown town. But let us walk, then we'll get killed. And my question is, if white people in 2025 are different than their ancestors, why haven't they did anything to stop them sundown towns? Why?
I can answer that for you.
Yeah,
because we're not fighting for ourselves. Why the white people gonna fight for us?
Because you know what?
They'll help
Actually,
ourselves.
know what? I'm Israeli.
Oh, that's great.
But
You can funny at me.
That's great.
I support that.
Shalom, shalom, family. This is your brother Captain Asap. Listen, if you are in the Miami, Florida area and you would like to do the work of the Most High, send us an email to lozmdc12@gmail.com, or you can contact us via Instagram at THEELOZMDC. Shalom.
Standing in all black with them shields on post, watching, they all my brothers.
Gold is precious, but loyalty is priceless. Harm on the mind might leave you lifeless.